Okay, this is Ms. Getz, and this is Algebra 1A. The first thing that we're going to talk about is combining like terms. I know that it's a review for some of you from pre-algebra. However, I think it's important enough to go over again. So I guess what we should talk about is, first of all, what are like terms? Like terms have the same variable, which is just a letter, and same exponent. I want to make sure you understand the variable is just a letter, and an exponent, let me give you an example, is like if we did 3 squared, that means this is the exponent, this is the base, and this tells me how many times to multiply the base. 2 times. That's what an exponent is. So when we're looking at what like terms are, let's look at some examples of what are like terms and what are not. Okay. Let's look at this. Are these like terms? Well, there's 2 criteria. They have the same variable, but do they have the same exponent? No, they don't, so they are not like terms. Are these like terms? Well, let's see. They have the same coefficient, which means the number in front. They have the same variable, but do they have the same exponent? No. Well, let's look at these. This one has different coefficients in front, and we never said that was a criteria for combining like terms. So we know they have the same variable. Do they have the same exponent? Well, it doesn't look like they have an exponent. When it doesn't look like they have an exponent, it means it's an exponent of 1. So yes, they have the same variable, and they have the same exponent. What about this? Same concept, same variable, same exponent. So yes, they're like terms. Now, when we have the same variable and the same exponent, then we can what's called combining like terms. So, we are going to combine like terms. So the first problem we're going to look at is x plus 2x. First of all, we determine, are these like terms? They have the same variable, and they have the same exponents. Now, this does not have a number in front. When there is no number in front, it's an understood 1. When there are no exponents, they are understood 1s. So I want you to make sure you understand that. When we combine like terms, all we do is add or subtract the numbers in front, but it's telling me right here to add. And we keep the variable and the exponent. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Keep the variable, keep the exponent. Now you don't have to put the 1 for the exponent, but you can if it makes you feel better when you're first doing this. What about this example? Okay, we have the same variable, we have the same exponent, so we get to combine them. This is telling me to add. So I'm going to take 3 plus 4. I'm going to keep the variable and keep the exponent. When you add and subtract, you keep the variable, keep the exponent. You're just adding the numbers in front. Those numbers in front are called coefficients. You're going to hear me saying that quite a bit. Next example is this. We check. They have the same variable, same exponent, same variable, same exponent. So this tells us this time we subtract. So we take those numbers in front and we subtract them. We keep the variable and we keep the exponent. That's how you combine like terms. When you get into class, I'll be having some problems for you to work out on the board to make sure that you're doing this correctly, and then we will move on to the next review section that we're going to have for this class.